podcast show. Time for this week's Bad Take segment with me and Jay Monique. We have a lot of bad takes to get to you, 2 segments of it today. We're going to start off with some takes that I had happen to me over this past weekend. Jay, what I must say is this. For a guy who hates bad takes as much as I do, why do so many come my direction?
Yeah, you seem to be a magnet for bad takes, and I don't know why.
I don't ask for this. I don't go out looking for bad takes. I despise these things. Don't get it. And Instagram, I think they're trying to troll me, Jay, because I've been seeing pictures of dogs on my Explorer of Instagram. Like, why am I seeing pictures of dogs? I don't want to see that crap. I'm not going to look at, quote, the pit bulls of IG or puppies. I don't care about that. Am I the last person in the world that wants to see a dog on my freaking Explorer page of Instagram?
Nope.
I don't want to see that crap. I don't want to see any caskets or dogs, okay? Or graveyard, which is another bad take. Graveyard.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's a bad take right there.
Like, I don't want to... Once again, I know I've said this before on the show, but this is a really bad take. Taking pictures of somebody laying in their coffin or posing with people in their coffins or posing with headstones is a bad take.
Yep.
Why do we do that? Why do you want to put somebody's dead body on your social media, or if you're old school, your scrapbook? Why? I don't get that.
That part I will never understand. As far as social media, with the popularity of social media, and I hate to say this, but I think that a lot of people take these pictures and post them on social media for attention, which is sickening, to be honest, but they post them on social media so they can get attention.
Yeah, it is. I just don't care to see your loved one laying up in a damn box. Lifeless. And
Neither do I.
When you like that picture, are you liking the fact that they're dead? I never got that take either. Liking a picture of somebody in a casket. What's the like about that picture?
Nothing.
That's why I'm not trying to make light of it, but it's like, I don't get that take. What are you liking? Nothing about that's good.
Exactly.
I'll throw it out there in the bad take. It is a terrible take. Now, let me set this take up for you guys. I was in Office Depot, Jay, of all places, Office Depot, trying to get some printer paper and print cartridges for my printer at my home office, okay? Some random guy comes up and tells me, "Yo, sir, you get this? Yeah, how you doing? Y'all know the moon's out, right? Sun is too." What?
Who says something like that to somebody? Yeah, the moon is out, right? As if there was some type of surprise or some newfound event going on as far as a moon being out when the sun is no longer outside and the moon is up there. Yeah, it's supposed to be there. This is nothing new.
Yeah, like this random man. I'm gonna put him in maybe mid 40s, low 50s, maybe. Just randomly tells me this.
And he randomly told you this at Office Depot.
Well, I'm trying to secure printer paper and print cartridges for my printer. I'm like, I don't care about this. When have I ever expressed interest in knowing that the moon's out? And the sun was
never.
Because guess what? These are things I already know. Like, that's like telling me, you know these shoes to kind of walk outside on the ground, right? I'm aware of that. You know you need gas to drive your car, right? Yeah, I'm aware of these things. Like, Jay, why would somebody tell me something I'm already aware of? Now, I've been aware of for years.
Yeah, I can't quite understand that part. Why somebody would randomly come up to you and tell you something that you already know.
I've never not known that the moon comes out when the sun goes down. I also know that in the morning times, the moon can still be out when the sun's rising and coming up.
Yeah.
I also know in the afternoon that, hey, guess what? The moon could be coming up and this is the sun going down. So I'm aware of these things, and my man is tripping.
Yeah, he was tripping hard.
I just don't get that, Jay.
Neither do I.
And also, I don't get. I was at the library of all places for an event, and there was a Wi-Fi network of somebody had was the N-word with the ER.
No, they didn't. Oh, get out of here. Somebody had the N-word spelled out for their Wi-Fi network username.
Yes, let me call off some of the names in the network. Here we go. Alley Cats Public, that's the Atlanta, library network. Zero Photo Prints, Alley Cats Public One, Alley Cats, Cable Wi-Fi, DG167A72, excuse me, DG1670872 Direct 69 HP Office Jet Pro 66970. Then you have the N-word, Spectrum Wi-Fi Plus, and TWC Wi-Fi. But the ones I had to be was the N-word.
Wow, they are getting bold. I mean, really. This is crazy.
I had to screenshot that because I couldn't believe that was actually somebody's network and legitimately had a network that as the network.
I can't believe it either. That's crazy.
Let's know I would never log into that network.
No.
That is not a network that is color friendly.
No, obviously. I mean, that's so, hateful. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I have another bad take is that, look, I'm not racist by discrimination, but there's a couple of Caucasian females who I know who attempt to act as if they're not Caucasian. I find it to be a bad take, Jay.
I know what you mean.
Just be you. Like, I get you. You like hip-hop. You like the culture. But don't try to act like you not what you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do they have the braids and the weave in too?
The girl had quick weave, drawn on eyebrows, a stud nose ring. Told me she's about to go natural, and she's getting a quote fat transfer, which is nothing but a Brazilian butt lift. When you take that fat from the stomach or thighs and put it to her booty. She's one of them types. And she's gonna go learn to do hair and make wigs. She's going full-fledged for the culture black chick. These two white girls are.
I've never heard a white girl say that they gonna wear their hair natural. They're going natural, as if you got some afro or something like you don't have an afro. What do you mean going natural? Isn't your hair natural now?
I don't know what she and I'm not gonna say her names, but they really rub me the wrong way. Like, you don't want to be who you are.
Exactly. I don't get that, because it's like, you already have the white privilege already. Why would you want to purposely and intentionally act like another race that is already being oppressed. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, be who you are. If that's how you naturally are personally, that's one thing. But if you just trying to put on a show, it's like, well, why would you want to do that?
I feel like
don't
they're
get
trying
that.
too hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this may be my personal bias or whatever the case may be, but like Post Malone, Eminem, all them, I'm like some like, you know, on some level, like, are you being you? Are you trying to capitalize on the open market you see?
Mm-hmm.
Those thoughts I have. I just do. You know, are you for us or against us, or are you just for us to get our money? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Those things I think about when I see whites or non-blacks act kind of like how blacks act, and go in. It makes me wonder, what are you doing? Like, right. I also wonder about this too, Jay. This will be my last point before I feel this segment is, you know, when whites move into black neighborhoods, I ask them, what are they trying to hide? What are they getting away from? You know.
Mm-hmm.
It always is a thought I have. You know, because I'm not a separationist or segregationist, but it's like usually you are with who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You rather go outside of what you really are to live or hang around or identify with. You know. Now, for me, in sports, it's different. You know, sports kind of can blend always together, you know. But in this regular life, you know what I'm saying? We typically are with our people, you know. So when you go to the extreme and the other direction, it's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's why these two Caucasian women who I met at the salon, who's one of my sponsors, threw me the hell off this week.
Yeah, that just threw me off.
Without a doubt. So, folks, that bad take segment 1. And then segment 2 is going to be J. Monique giving you her bad takes from this past week. And coming up for you next after the break on the Bossman Show. Bossman Radio Network, bossmanshow.com. Relaunch coming soon. Stick with us. More bad takes after the break. Back on the Bossman Show, Bad Take segment part 2 with Jay Monique. This segment with Jay will bring you her bad takes. So Jay, I turn over to you. What bad takes you have to share with us this week here on our bad take block of the show?
All right. Well, the first one has to do with the coffins.
Jesus.
The Six Flags in St. Louis challenges you to stay in a coffin for 30 hours. Like, actually voluntarily stay in a coffin for 30 hours. So what they're doing is that they're posing a challenge to their guests in honor of yearly Fright Fest celebration. And if you can lie in a coffin for 30 hours, you might win $300. So that's not even guaranteed. That's only a might be. Okay, so if more than one person completes the challenge, the $300 will be raffled among the people. So there is a possibility that you could lie in a coffin for 30 hours and leave with nothing.
First of all, why would any breathing person want to take that, get a practice run at it? Why?
Thank you.
I don't want to lie in the coffin. I want to live forever. I don't want to be nowhere near death. I don't go to funerals. I don't go to graveyards. I don't want to see dead people on my social media feeds. So why would I in turn actually go take a practice run at lying in a box?
Exactly.
And there will be losers, and I mean losers, who actually do this. It makes me wonder, Jay, what part of their brain has failed that they would actually want to lie in a box for 30 hours. So how they gonna breathe? You got open holes for them. They can breathe. Like, there's nothing way to breathe in a freaking coffin. Not that I've never noticed. Where can you quote breathe at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or it's gonna be a closed coffin, or you lay there in an open coffin. Not that I even care to know, but it's like, how?
Well, this is what they're saying. They're saying that there's a 6-minute bathroom break every hour, and all meals, snacks, and drinks are provided by the park, and also phone charging stations will be available.
Whoop-de-doo.
I know, right? I don't care what's available. I'm not lying in a coffin for 30 hours. I don't care how many bathroom breaks I get.
This is a stupid... Okay. What loser in marketing and promotion is a good idea? What focus...
Somebody at Six Flags in St. Louis.
Who are they hiring for marketing and promotion? What school do they come from? ITT Tech or DeVry or Everest? Where they come from? Remington College? I mean, come on. Did they not get out of high school? That's a good idea. No. I don't get it. Well, thank God 600 over Georgia had a stupid idea. If they did, I would go cause a riot over there and boycott that place for life. Like, what? It's a terrible idea. That's a terrible take, Jay.
That's a horrible idea. I mean, my gosh. You're not even just talking about a few hours. You're talking about 30 hours.
That's a weird number to arrive at, 30 hours in a coffin. What kind of number is that? Even the number's stupid. 30 hours. What? Like, I don't...
And even if you did say win, is that really worth $300?
Yeah, you're getting the practice of forever, sucker. Do you really want to practice that? Do you really want to get a feel for that? No. It's like, I don't understand. I don't
Neither
get
do I.
the premise. The premise is stupid. Jesus, that's a bad take. That's the epitome of a bad take right there. A terrible take.
And if you think that's bad, there's this Frenchman that shares his home with 400 reptile roommates.
What?
400. Yes, he has a cobra that lives on the coffee table, and a 110-pound tortoise that roams around the garden, and a 7-foot alligator that sleeps in his bed while another one keeps watch at the door.
Okay, first take. How do you tame a gator or a snake? How? That's my first question. Second question. Why do you want this many animals in your house? You know, if you want to open an aquarium, get you a space, build it out, make an aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
But your home in France should not be a mini aquarium or mini zoo. And his house must stink. It got smell like crap in his house. So,
More than likely.
I'm assuming he has all cold-blooded animals, correct? None of the warm-blooded like dogs and cats do. I don't care.
Yeah, he has no dogs and cats. What he has is most of the animals that most people are afraid of, which includes rattlesnakes, tarantulas, and lizards in his home.
Stupid. So he has a rainforest in his freaking house, pretty much.
Rainforest?
My man just needs to pipe in some hourly rain. He'll have a rainforest. Like, Summer rain. Look like Carl Thomas over there. Summer raining over there. Like, for real, dude? Really, sir? That's your take? Okay, once
That's
again.
his take, and he went with it.
What loose fruit does he have? That's actually a good idea.
Well, he said that he thinks it's unfair to treat these animals the way we do because we don't understand them. We don't understand them. We hate them. We think they're horrible. But when we get to know them, you can call them over, tell them to come and eat something, for example. That's what he said.
How in the blue hell you tell animals anything? And it listens. Animals work off instinct. They don't listen. They work off instinct. Why didn't you throw a dog a ball and it runs? Instinct. You throw it a bone, it's food, food. A gator, it wants to be fed. You want to pet a gator, something that can attack you and kill you. Remember, people, animals are animals. They can turn on you. So can a human turn on you. But animals are instinctively just animals. That means they're animalistic. They're cannibalistic. They can turn on you and attack and kill you. So I'm expecting to hear a story about this guy being dead by one of his animals pretty soon.
Well, get this. The local fire department are under instructions not to enter his house in an emergency.
So is that by his doing or the city's doing?
I'm assuming he instructed them to do that. Why? I don't know.
You know how when somebody's dying, they have like a do not resuscitate kind of thing on their arm? That's him.
Yes.
Do not resuscitate me. Let me get eaten by the gator. They didn't take me out.
Or bitten by one of those snakes.
Yep, they're gonna find him in his house dead with a rattlesnake bite to the leg or something, venom in him. Unless he's taking the anti-venom, which I highly doubt he has. But this man's calling for his own death already. God awful. So what else you got for us today, Jay?
The last one is scientists give ecstasy to octopuses.
Why? What does octopus do? What's their purpose? Do they got eight legs? They got 8 legs or something, or whatever they got, tentacles, whatever they got. What's their purpose?
Well, apparently a neuroscientist at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore has been studying the effects of MDMAs. It says that she and her colleagues have worked out a lot of neural mechanisms that enable MDMA to have these really, really profound pro-social effects. And it says that humans and octopuses both have the gene for a protein that binds serotonin to the brain cell. And since MDMA also targets this protein, this neuroscientist, she wanted to see how the drug would affect an octopus. Yeah, that's what she says.
Yeah. I want to see how giving a dog Molly gonna make a dog act.
It was pretty much what they basically just did. They gave the octopus Molly.
Let me get a dog some weed cookie or weed brownies, how it reacts.
I know, right? Just to see how it's going to react. And it even says here that she wasn't sure how it would go since octopus brains are built completely different from humans.
I would think that's self-explanatory. Her take is even bad. Like, yes, lady.
I mean, I would think so. This is not surprising.
Like, yo, lady, guess what? Animals' brains are different from humans. That's like, hell, even a fly's brain different from our brains. Even a bird's brain different from our brains. Of course, any animal or insect's brain is from a human brain. That's like telling me the moon is out. I know that. People in there just like No, not knowledge takes. These takes, I'll call these takes, Jay, a no knowledge take. Like, I know these already. Not something I already know. This, any human with half of sense knows that an animal brain is from a human brain. Except for maybe Alvin, maybe. He don't know that. Everybody else knows that.
You know what?
Everybody else knows this. But this lady. Jesus. She works at Johns Hopkins. They need to fire her.
Yeah.
She need to be fired on spot. What the hell? Woo! That's pretty messed up there, Jay. That's pretty bad. But
yeah, that's pretty messed up. This is the first time I heard of this.
It's pretty bad, but it's perfect for the bad take segment, folks. That was our thank Jay for these stories this week. Thank you all for checking out our bad take block here on the Bossman Show. Stick and stay with us for next week's second edition of the bad takes on the Bossman Network, BossmanRadioShow.com. Bossman Show, Bossman Network. We are out.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Alright, folks, back on the Bossman Show. What time is for the Boss and Bone, back on the Bossman Show. We got a sports segment for you. You got a boss report for stories from nationally and from Florida for you, for me and Bone to break down for you. My good brother, how are things going up there in the tri-state area, my good man?
Man, I'm doing well, brother. How you doing?
Hey, rainy day in the ATL, a lot of rain left over from Hurricane Florence. I still got evacuees at my house, but I'm doing the Lord's work here, trying to help people out from who have been flooded out in the Carolinas, man. Trying to do my best.
That's outstanding, man. That is a very big of you.
Yeah, I'm trying to be better than somebody that's in Milwaukee, you know.
I hear you.
I'm trying to be better than somebody that's in Milwaukee, you know. They wouldn't do that for somebody. But
oh man,
I'm just saying. So, bruh, it's came to a head now. One of Tom Thibodeau's own men wants away from him. Jimmy Butler wants to trade out of Minnesota. When you heard this news, Bone, what did you think when you heard that Jimmy Butler, a Tibbs guy, wants out of the Minneapolis, Twin Cities area?
I think Derrick Rose's knees have talked to Butler and let him know that he's going to grind you up. So to try and get out of there. But I think seriously though, I think it just shows where Butler's mindset is. I think Butler wants to expand his brand, not as much as he wants to go out there and get chips. I think he wants to expand his brand because you notice all the places that he desires are all losing franchises, but big markets. Big markets. He wants the Knicks. He wants the Nets in Brooklyn. He wants the Clippers in L.A. Not the Lakers, the Clippers. So to me, that's telling you that winning is not going to be his priority. What is going to be his priority is to get that big market money and to be more of a star and maybe follow in LeBron's path and be almost his own corporation.
Now, Bone, Butler is 29 years old, but he has what I call Thibodeau miles on him. He's older than that.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I think Derrick Rose's knees are talking to Butler and telling, yo, you got to get out of here, man, because you are an old 29, so it's time to cash out while you can and get that max dollars and go to a big market where you can be seen more by the others.
Would you max him out knowing that he has those Tilt miles on him? I wouldn't do it.
No, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't. I think Butler is a very good player. I think he's a very, very good player. But to say that he's a cornerstone of a franchise, no. If he's your second option, you're going to playoffs every single year. If he's your third option, you're probably going to the finals. But if he's your first option, no. He's not that kind of transcendent franchise player. But he is a nice player. But I wouldn't give Max dollars for that.
So, How would a Kawhi Butler pairing with the Clippers work for you? About as good as Chris Paul and Blake and DeAndre? Well, it'll train wreck waiting to happen.
I think that might actually work out better, even though they're kind of similar players, similar size. But this is a league now where the art of positions really, it's almost like your 5 best players on the floor at the same time. So I think it could work. I think Doc is a very good coach, and I think he understands he's good for veteran players. And I think that will work out nicely. And the fact that they will be kind of playing in the shadows of the Lakers and almost laying in the cut, I think that actually suits those personalities even better. I think it's better than what they had before because, as he found out later on in their tenure of their big three, Chris, DeAndre, and Blake almost couldn't stand each other. So I think the chemistry will be a lot better at least.
Now, it speaks to a bigger point that I hear around the league is that guys do not want to play with LeBron James after hearing what Kyrie said about playing with the guy.
So
is that a problem for the Lakers attracting that second guy? Because let's be real about it. Does Durant really want to play with the Lakers? I think not. And out of loyalty, I don't think he would. Out of loyalty, I don't think he would go to the Lakers from Golden State to the Lakers. Because guess what?
First of all,
even with LeBron and KD, do you beat Golden State? Maybe. Probably not.
I think if they had LeBron and KD and they still kept their young good parts like Kuzma and Ingram, there's a really good chance of them beating Golden State. But to say that Durant have loyalty issues, I don't equate loyalty and Durant in the same sentence. But I still don't see it coming to LA. And as much as I love my man Brandon Robinson, Scoop B, who had the tweet of the year saying that Kevin Durant is heading to LA next year, I still can't believe it. I was waiting to see myself. I don't see Durant leaving Golden State again anyway. I think he's comfortable there. I think he really enjoys it there. He's now the undisputed man there. Of all apologies to Steph Curry, is Kevin Durant's team. He is the man there. And the fact that a lot of stars don't want to play with LeBron, or maybe there's a smear campaign on the back trails, through Kyrie, I think that also affects the way players think around the league. I don't think players want to play with him, and I think because he's very demanding. He is LeBron. He's LeBron James. I think he's very demanding. I think other superstars don't want to be that sidekick, as Kyrie didn't want to be anymore, a sidekick. That's why you hear that Kawhi doesn't want to go there. Durant won't go there. So I think that there's a real reason why that guys don't want to play with him, because they don't want to be the sidekick, and egos get smashed that way.
Yeah, because you pretty much have to follow his way, and if you're the man, I'm not gonna sign there. Screw you.
Yeah, I think because LeBron's light shines so bright that even if you are a superstar yourself, you're always going to be in his shadow. As long as he's playing at a high level, as long as he's considered the best player in the league, you're still going to be in his shadow one way or another, because he's just such a huge figure on and off the floor. He's already probably on Mount Rushmore of NBA superstars history of the game. So you have to have some kind of ego-less mind to go over there and play LeBron, even if you are a super duper star yourself.
Got that right. And the Knicks, Canner said that the playoffs make his nipples hard. Sir, you won't be stiffing. You'll be almost the place you'll be sitting at home, sir. You won't be seeing them in person. You'll be seeing them on TNT, NBA TV, ESPN, like the rest of us.
Yeah, I think what Canner meant that. I think when he plays 2K on easy mode and he puts the Knicks in the playoffs, then it gets a little aroused, because there's no other way that he'll ever see the Knicks in the playoffs anytime soon. But Canner is what he is. He's a sound bite magnet. He loves giving sound bites. He loves playing with the press, playing with the media. So the quote itself didn't shock me, considering the source, because I've been around Cantor for a little bit. So to me, it wasn't that much of a shock.
I'm just wondering if the Knicks going to actually trade him or Courtney Lee's contract, let him just expire. to get the cap space. I'm just wondering about that. They gonna just bite the bullet on this year their contracts, or actually trade them for an asset or two. I wonder about that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any value in the trade market because the way the Knicks had it last year, they wanted some obscene price tag for guys like Kyle O'Quinn,
First round
and Courtney
picks.
Lee. Yeah, obscene. It was obscene. I mean, if you shoot for the stars, then aim high and big. But come on, that was a ridiculous price tag to put on O'Quinn and Courtney Lee. If they come down on price tag, which I don't think they will, but I really think I think what they're going to do is ride it out and let these guys all walk after the season, and then have all the extra cap space. I don't see them actually getting anything back of consequence unless you want to get back, a couple of twos in return. I really don't see the Knicks moving any bodies of any consequence this year. I think they just play it out, let all the contracts run out, and then from there they go from there.
Now, on the Giants front, is the Texans just that bad? Because Eli looked like he was actually good again. I know he's not good anymore. So, after the week 3, the New York quarterbacks are back. I mean, it's one of these up and down with these guys. Eli, do you believe in Eli? I think Eli's done. But what's your feeling on the Giants' offense? And benching Eric Flowers was a good idea, finally.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. That was probably the biggest and best move they made all year. As far as the Giants and the Texans game, I think other than the Vikings laying an egg at home for the Bills, I was as shocked to see how well the Giants played against the Texans in Houston. I didn't think the Texans were that bad, and apparently they are. Because the Giants are still a bad team. They're still a flawed roster. So I don't get it twisted thinking that this might be the impetus for them to get to a playoff push. I'm not buying that. I think this Giants team is still a good 6-win team this year. But that was a good win, an impressive win. Eli showed his flashes, but I still think overall the Giants are a very flawed roster, and I think that Drew Brees this Sunday puts it on them pretty bad.
Yeah, I saw that guy Sunday. Man.
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking of you sitting in that press box, just miserable, watching Drew Brees just make cheddar cheese out of that defense. That was amazing.
I went from the field to the press box back to the field. I was so just distraught.
I can imagine when Drew Brees puts on an and-one mixtape spin move for his touchdown run. I'm like, this game's over.
You got that right. Let's put a stick and fork in us. And Todd Bowles, last week we could go to the box report. Todd Bowles. I mean, losing to Cleveland Browns, Darnold not playing very well, struggling to missing reads, overthrowing guys. You had the Browns not forcing nothing in their house. You heard Tyrod Taylor. He's a rookie. You should better stop Baker Mayfield. Somebody wasn't prepared to see Baker come on the field. They weren't prepared for that onslaught of Baker Mayfield, and they got beat in Cleveland. And Bowles did when he can to save his job. Even though he has an extension, I think he's on the hot seat still. So, what are your sources telling you about Bowles and the Jets standing right now 1-2, and with schedules getting tougher?
I still think that they think it's a process. I know that they know that they're not in this race. Even though they're 1-2, and almost everyone in the league is 1-2 or 2-1, the Jets are not in this race. And I think they're aware of that. I think they're realistic about that, which is why I think Mike McCagnon, who's also a longtime friend of Todd Bowles, I'm not sure he's ready to pull that trigger just yet on Bowles. And not because of loyalty, that's the friendship, but I just think that he sees the process and that it'll take a little while to have this team gel. Now, I know a lot of Jets fans are thinking and hoping and wanting Bowles to get fired and move on from him. But if you're going to do that, you have to make sure you have a better option in place. And who is out there right now, other than maybe a hot college coach, like a Lincoln Riley in Oklahoma, or maybe the guy in Stanford. Other than that, there are no really great options to take Bowles' job, I don't think. And I just think that the Jets are going to go through a slow and steady pace. And if they show better signs of improvement, they'll ride with Bowles. But if they crap out and just bottom out completely, then maybe it might be time to move Bowles. But I think for right now, today, And for the ensuing couple of weeks, I think Bowles is safe.
No doubt. Well, folks, that's the sports part of the show. After the break, Bossman will come back with the National Mixed Boss Report of Florida. National stories for you. Bossman will break those down for you after the break. Stick and stay, people. Bossman Radio Network, Bossman Radio Show. We here, baby.
I'm chilling heavy, understand me, baby, this gangsta boo. I'm chilling heavy, understand me, baby, this gangsta boo. I'm chilling heavy, understand me, baby, this gangsta boo. I'm chilling heavy, understand me, baby, this gangsta boo.
Alright, folks, back on the Boss Man show. Time for the Boss Report with my man Tony T-Bone Williams Bone. I know it's been a couple weeks since the Boss Report, man. Are you ready to hear some of the world of crazy that you've missed the past couple weeks, man?
Yeah, sadly, I was on the weather last week, so I missed my fill of guys cutting up their own junk in spite. I missed my fill of drunken alligators, so I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
No doubt. Folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. First straight bone is this. Florida man arrested after cutting off his junk, the junk of his girlfriend's ex, because, quote, he brought her lunch to work to try and reconcile things with her and him. He said, we both can't have her. I'm going to cut us both off.
Cut them both off. I think that really show everybody, huh? Overall, that is one costly lunch, man. I don't understand why these guys do that to themselves to think that'll hurt someone else. Like, I don't think that'll show anyone. Like, I'll show her. I'll cut up my stuff, and that'll really show her. No, that won't show anyone but your stupidity.
Exactly. Man, oh man. We got this. Jesus take the cockpit. Jet Airways passengers' ears and noses bleed uncontrollably after pilot forgot to turn on the cabin pressure.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that story before, and that's one of those things where, like, the airline, all they're going to do is just say, my bad. That's all they're going to do, because airlines don't give you back anything in return, even when they're dead wrong. So those passengers are like, just have to deal with it. Just suck it up, literally, and deal with it, because airlines don't care about you.
You got that right. And we got this. Florida crazies. Pensacola man sentenced to 20 years in prison, but still didn't get this. Over $600 of Newport 100. So $600 Newport 100 gets you 20 years for still on those.
First of all, you already know how I feel about this system that we're in. It is not for everyone. So we already know how imbalanced everything is. But that's a lot of time just to smoke, man. That sounds like a Florida thing to me, for real.
You got that right. We got this. Really, sis? Indiana bus driver arrested for letting students drive the bus.
Yeah. I saw that on local news the other night, and I'm like, my son does not take the bus to and from school, but now he wants to. Because he thinks that's how it's always going to be. After school, everyone's going to get a turn to drive home.
Exactly. Very, very crazy. We got this. Naked Florida man chased his couple around Chick-fil-A parking lot because, quote, they looked at him the wrong way.
They went the wrong way?
They looked at him the wrong way. He looked at him sideways. He decided to chase him with a machete.
Well, why did he make it with a machete? Because only bad things can happen to you. You know, if you swing that thing the wrong way, only bad things are going to happen to you.
Yeah, you're going to take off your own junk probably.
Yeah, and then Chick-fil-A is a place where it has amazing food. So you should be happy that you're there. So why are you wilding out? And why are you naked? And why are you naked with a machete in your hand?
lot of questions there. But he's Florida man. Jesus.
Florida.
And here we go. Paying for peen pain. Atlanta area family awarded $31 million for newborn's botched circumcision.
Ugh. Man. Now, I mean, at that age, the babies really don't know, what's what anyway. But man, that is a costly oopsie, huh?
You got that right. Woo! He was already. Now he should join the Florida man's cut his junk off. He's already finished.
Boston, I'm like sitting here just tingly, my legs are all crossed up. I just, ooh, that is just, I hate those kind of stories, man.
Trust me, how have to read them is even bad, you know?
For real. Right now, I feel like Kawhi Leonard in the awkward laugh right now. I just feel all kinds of awkward now.
Very much so. Which, hey, this may make you laugh a little bit. Florida man arrested after throwing man off bicycle then over the bridge because, quote, his smell emitted things that made him sick.
His smell? What kind of smell are you talking about? He's talking about the gaseous type? He's talking about underarms or swamp butt? What kind of smell is this man talking about?
He didn't specify. he has threw him over took his bicycle, threw him over the bridge because of his smell.
He sound like he's Debo in training. Just holding dudes over bridges by their ankles.
Yeah, but they didn't report whether the man survived the bridge toss. They didn't report that part of the story, so I don't know what happened to the guy throw off the bridge.
Yeah, I imagine he had some kind of serious bodily injury, if not death, involved in that ending.
Yeah, here we go. Hallelujah ain't the highest. Atlanta women arrested for selling weed edibles at church bake sale this past weekend.
They're trying to get to a higher power.
Very much so.
A very higher power. Praise everyone, huh? I mean, can you imagine, like, all those people out there, they're just getting half baked and they don't know why or how it's happening. They must think they're getting the Holy Ghost right now through their body.
Man, what you said, man, the Holy Ghost really in their spirit for sure.
They are feeling Holy Ghost that day. Heck yeah.
We got this Florida man cross-dresser on the loose after being caught making sex tapes with over 150 men after tricking them as posing as a, quote, bored new housewife.
What? Man, this place is Florida, right?
Yes, Florida, yes.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Why am I asking that? Why am I asking Florida? Of course it's Florida. My goodness. So he was like catfishing everyone? Is it catfish situation?
This is my thing. Did you see that attachment in the middle there? So, unless this course only offered you, I'm a FCC radio, okay? He either offered you, oral or anal. I'm gonna go with that. That should tell you something right there. Something's a problem.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
What about vaginal? You don't even want to offer me oral. That should tell you something.
There's a lot of red flags, yeah.
But let's just take it a step further. If it's anal he's offering you, wouldn't you see the attachment hanging down?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a bad visual, but good point.
I don't get this. Whoever got tricked deserve it.
Yeah, that's kind of like when I tell my son, that's a YO problem. That's a yo problem. That's your fault.
Exactly. Oh, my goodness. But did he win? Teacher charged after using his daughter to steal prizes from the claw machine at Steak and Shake.
So he cheated the claw machine?
Yes.
Now, I played that claw machine in the boardwalk here in Jersey Shore. It's a highly frustrating event, time-consuming, a money-stealing event. So I almost like see that like how frustrating it was and almost how you almost see you have a chance to win.
You got that right. And you got this Florida man arrested for trying to steal a passenger jet at Orlando Airport so he can go fly to the Bahamas and find him some, quote, new pee.
Oh, it's a good try. A cheap effort. But that's not a very well thought out plan. Obviously, this guy is no Mensa. Obviously, this guy has not watched Ocean's 11 or 12. So he really did have a game plan going in. He just thought it's not a good idea at the time. I'm sure there was some kind of edibles involved in this or meth. Or, meth is always a big thing. I'm sure that was also involved in his thinking.
Yes, indeed. We got another shake my head story. A teacher is arrested after encouraging preschoolers to fight and posting the fights online.
I've seen that before. That is insane. When I was coming out of college, I got my substitute license. So I'm now a certified teacher if I want to be. I can't imagine being in class one day and just saying, you know what, guys, I'm bored. Are you guys bored? I got an idea. And he just clears the room out and makes an octagon out of it.
Exactly, like for real. And then you post them on Instagram Live.
Yeah, and what kind, in the words of President, what kind of big dummy are you? And you're not going to post it online, too, on top of that.
Exactly.
Because everyone now has camera phones. Everyone has that stuff. So don't you know better than that there's always going to be an eye somewhere? It's like the bus driver that the kids drive. Isn't she aware that there are cell phones and camera phones all over the place now in America?
Yeah, people don't realize it, bro. They just don't understand.
They just do it.
We got 2 stories to go, people. The 2-story warning here. Here we go. We got a Florida woman arrested after throwing coffee mug at man who refused to go to the bathroom and blow his ass out, but farted out loud in the office rather than go to the bathroom and take care of business. Saying, quote, he had to finish his project, so he should still be farting rather than going to the bathroom and blowing his ass out.
So, what did she do in return? What's the
She threw
punishment?
a coffee mug at his head.
Ooh, you know what? Have you ever, any people who travel, have you ever been on an airplane? Some of those airplanes are one big cylinder fart boxes. It's very frustrating. But I can almost imagine that poor lady in the office is like thinking, man, I'm not taking this anymore. It's one of the things where it must have been some really nasty swamp-like gases coming out of there where she had to snap like that.
Exactly. Threw a coffee mug at this dude's dome for him firing him off.
Yeah, I mean that's how you know that either she was just already aggressive as it is, or she just couldn't take the smells anymore. Now, if anyone's ever been inside a football locker room in August in training camp, you guys know what it's like. So,
oh God, it's terrible.
So that kind of belongs in the locker room atmosphere, but not in the office. I don't blame her almost, man.
And we got this last story for you, Bone. We got a chaperone gone wrong. Dad arrested for driving teen couple to the park to have sex.
Oh my goodness. So this Dad of the Year award right here goes to this guy. I want to know, is he the father of the son or the daughter or the girl?
The father of the son.
Oh. So I want to know. See, speaking of this whole octagon and classroom atmosphere, I want to see girl daddy square up against the boy daddy for that kind of son. That is disgusting. That is lewd. That is irresponsible. That's illegal. I mean, so I want to see the dad square up and see how it ends up, because then you're gonna see for real how it should be handled in his own kind of justice way.
You got that right. So, Bone, come in the Boss Report. What is your take on this week's report, my good brother?
I let the guy try to steal a jet because he wants some strange. So I like that. I like that one because he had the intent in mind. He had the good intention, just not a well thought out plan. I'm really I'm almost numb now to the whole junk cutting off thing.
Which is bad.
Yeah, because everyone's doing it now in Florida. It's like a new trend now. It's like everyone's doing it in Florida. So it's almost like I'm numb to the fact that these dudes are out here cut their own junk and just to spite someone else, which never makes sense to me.
Yeah, like, I'm going to cut off my junk because I hate somebody in Milwaukee. Really?
Oh, yeah. They'd be like, nah, don't do that. Well, actually, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I don't like you. Yeah, go and do that. That's a good idea. Yeah. Cut off his own junk. He can't cover any games anymore. Don't need him around me anymore. Yeah. Yeah, of course. And this is his favorite segment of the show, probably, as well, I think. And avid listeners of the show is that guy who will remain nameless.
Yeah, I can only imagine right now what he is calling us. I already know that I'm a Yankee, so that right there is always high comedy to me. I never been called
Yankee Doodle Dandy, whatever he called you.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. So thank you for that. I actually like that. Next year when I play tennis football, that is gonna be my new name on my team. So thank you for that, though.
Yes, indeed, folks. That's the Bossman Boss segment in the Bossman Show. Check us out, BossmanShow.com, Bossman Radio Network. We out.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.